Good morning. I am Pedro Fernandes. Welcome to the 5th edition of the Nissan Smart Mobility Forum. This edition is a bit different to the ones we had before because last year, when we held the forum, the world was quite different. It seems impossible, yes, but in 2020, Sporting was 3rd or 4th in the championship. How is that even possible? Oh, and you didn't have that thing called, what's it called? COVID. That's it, COVID. And we could all be together without being scared, without wearing masks. Do you remember? It seems like it was a lifetime ago, but it was only 1 year. 1 year where I didn't have to take care of the badge where I don't pay parking in Lisbon because I've got an electric vehicle. And I should have just brought a little box so that you could give me some change at the way out, but yeah, I didn't. Anyway, congratulations to Nissan, not just for not giving up on holding this event, but also being at the forefront of electric mobility. Innovate to improve people's lives. That is Nissan's corporate vision, and this is the only forum of the type to be held in Portugal, and it also contributes to the brand's goal of being carbon neutral by 2050. Today, we have a panel of renowned international and national experts in mobility and sustainability with the goal of promoting reflection and discussion on the new mobility paradigms, but also forecasting the future and its implications in people's lifestyle. For instance, I know we'll have much more style driving the new Nissan Ariya. Has mine arrived? Has mine arrived yet? No? No? What about now? No? What about now? Are we there yet? No? Okay, well, maybe at the end, I have 4 hours is enough, if you send it over from Japan. No? Okay, I'll wait. I'll ask you again. In the next 3 decades, we expect to double the number of cars circulating in the planet. Perhaps some of them will fly. We never know. And it's good that people may lose the habit of throwing things out of the window because things will be more serious if they come from in the sky. Anyway, this growth needs to be sustainable, and that is why it is important to think now about the way in which it has to be done. The Nissan Smart Mobility Forum has 3 panels: driving, energy, and integration. Thank you for everyone who enrolled and are watching us on the forum, the Mobilidade Intelligent.pt. We recall you that you can ask questions to the speakers on the website and they will be answered during the Q&A session at the end of each panel. So please tell us what speaker you're asking because it helps us. I will now ask you to watch a video that summarizes the advanced vision that Nissan has for smart mobility.
Ai, o futuro vai ser tão bonito. Bom, vamos agora dar início ao fórum, propriamente dito. Vou passar a palavra ao diretor-geral da Nissan Portugal, António Mélica. Olá, António, bom dia.
Bom dia.
Olá, António.
Obrigado. Bem-vindas e bem-vindos à quinta edição do Fórum Nissan da Mobilidade Inteligente, evento que já é imprescindível.
Welcome. This is an event that is already well known on the international agenda for future mobility. Above all, I hope that you are all healthy, despite the trying times we are now experiencing. I would also like to recall why Nissan organizes every single year such an important event here in Portugal. First of all, we are a brand that is a leader in innovation that is relevant and for everyone. Our goal is to democratize innovation so that it reaches the greatest number of people possible. We are challenging the status quo. We're thinking outside the box. We take huge risks, and we are pioneers in implementing a new vision, a completely new vision of mobility. We were pioneers in creating the crossover into 2007 with Qashqai, and we were able to massify SUVs through the genius fusion of a 4x4 with a hatchback. We revolutionized the market with creating a new segment, which is the most relevant one today. In 2007, we had the first crossover, the Nissan Qashqai, and in 2021 there are now about 60 crossovers in the segment. It accounts for 36% of the national market. We were also pioneers in creating the first full electric vehicle, zero emissions, large scale produced. It was the Leaf in 2010, and we were able to massify this new concept of mobility that is more sustainable and more exciting at the same time. In 2010, once again, we had one zero emissions vehicle, Nissan Leaf, and today we have more than 30 competitors for that model. But the Leaf is still the most sold EV ever in Portugal. And let's show you a video that shows how this car revolutionized urban life.
On est effectivement parmi les premiers en France à avoir acheté une voiture électrique. On est un petit peu fiers de ça aussi.
Después de probarlo, todo el mundo me dice, este será mi próximo coche. Y llevo ya circulados más de 40.000 kilómetros con este vehículo.
Je pense que le zéro émission c'est important, il faut qu'on arrête de polluer la planète.
Si tout le monde le fait, ça fait un gros impact.
So a very big surprise when they called me and said, "Yay, you're the proud owner of the 500,000."
Mas a coisa mais extraordinária.
The most extraordinary thing is that the creation of these two models, Qashqai and Leaf, represented innovation that was so relevant and significant that today, a decade later, we can say these were the most important phenomena in the car industry. The demand for SUVs will continue to grow. as luckily zero emissions mobility will also continue to grow. This is an unstoppable trend, a necessary trend too. Nissan is one of the most innovative and pioneering brands of the last times, and that is why it would have to lead an event on future mobility. But that's not all. The strength of our mission is in our conviction that innovation needs to have a deeper goal in order to be relevant and significant. For us, our main goal is that innovation is to improve people's life. It needs to have a positive impact on the society we live in and contribute to the creation of a better future for all. That is why we have this Smart Mobility Forum here in Portugal. The same goal to lead innovation together so that we can improve people's lives, bringing the utmost experts at international and national level in mobility here in Portugal so we can discuss the challenges that together we will face in order to make mobility more sustainable and smarter. We want to implement our vision, Nissan Intelligent Mobility. There are three pillars here: energy, driving, and integration. This will be the motto for each of the panels today. So the first one is intelligent energy, and that means energy that fuels our vehicles needs to be cleaner, more sustainable, and managed in a circular and efficient way. Today we are celebrating the 10th anniversary of our Nissan Leaf. At global level, we have saved more than 2.4 billion CO2 emissions. Here in Portugal, we've reached an amount of 5,000 cars. Every year, our Leaf customers, and also for our commercial vehicle, save more than 15,000 tons of CO2. And for us, that is a reason of great pride, because we are having a positive impact on our society. We are contributing in a concrete way to the decarbonization of our cities. As a leader in electric mobility, we will invest in sustainable mobility by releasing new full electric vehicles like the new zero-emission crossover Nissan Ariya, which will arrive in Portugal in the coming months. We will also continue to innovate with new electrification technologies that are more efficient and more exciting than traditional ways of driving. We've announced the introduction of a third generation of the Qashqai to revolutionize e-power. This is the perfect compromise between the exciting driving behind electric car and not having to charge it. The second pillar is intelligent driving. That means offering more safety and comfort in driving, by using more autonomous and assisted driving technologies to help human beings, because they are the main cause of accidents, of road accidents. Nissan Qashqai, Leaf, and Ariya already have our driving, our pilot system. This also helps us to accelerate and brake with one pedal only, which is safety and comfort together. Nissan Ariya will also have e-force technology, which improves safety levels and make driving even more exciting because of its 4x4 wheel drive. Intelligent integration. That means connecting the cars with the environment and having an ecosystem where electric vehicles are perfectly integrated to make the most of all the benefits of this new type of mobility. In this area, we are contributing greatly to driving electric mobility in Portugal. In terms of infrastructure, charging infrastructure, we installed new fast charging stations, some in partnership with Galp Electric, and we have 28 installed in our dealerships. And in the coming months, we will be installing at least the same amount. We are working actively towards improving the economy of our EVs, improving energy tariffs, offering our customers an exclusive discount of up to 33% with the Galp Electric card in quite a few thousand public charging stations in Portugal. V2G. That is fundamental. Our electric vehicles have an exclusive technology that allows us to return energy to the grid. This technology has the potential to be greatly developed, and we will talk about it once it is regulated in the law. Our commitment in Portugal continues strong. We want to improve people's lives, and we are playing a very important role in developing mobility, a more sustainable mobility, but we are also contributing to the decarbonization of our wonderful country with initiatives that will have a positive impact on the environment. I'm talking about our Leaf for Trees program that was launched in 2019, and we planted almost 160,000 trees in Leiria. But our most recent initiative with Lisbon municipality, which is to plant trees in the city centre, an initiative that will be extended to other cities in the country. Lastly, we have two major corporate goals. The first one is to be carbon neutral by 2050 in all our operations and during our car's life cycle. And part of this, at the start of 2030, each new Nissan car sold in the main markets will be electrified. Second, we have the goal of zero accidents, zero fatalities because of the autonomous driving system. We will have an unrivaled contribution by several experts in mobility and efficiency in the ecosystem, and I'd like to thank the participation of these institutions that are contributing actively to mobility in all its scales. Alphabetically, we have the Portuguese Energy Association, the Electricity of the Azores, the European Patent Office, Uber, OVO, SBD. These institutions will be in our three panels on intelligent mobility. As the Nissan brand, we try to contribute, of course, with our own executives. These are the experts in intelligent mobility. We will begin with Matthew Weaver, VP of Nissan Design Europe. And we will be dealing with a new approach to innovation from the driver to the designer. Clean Lyons, who's Director, Advanced Product Strategy and Planning. And with her, we'll be talking about the latest trends in mobility. And someone who normally comes back, Pons Pandikutira, who today is the Global Head of Product Marketing and EV Operations. He's the responsible for EVs worldwide. We have a member of our Portuguese team in the first panel, João Moura, Product Marketing, Nissan Portugal. And then in the panel on energy, we'll have Nicholas Chan, who is the Product Marketing Director. And we will discover the incredible advantages of our exclusive e-power technology. And this year, we've also asked for help from our colleagues at Nissan UK, where V2G is much more advanced. So Frank Oldfield will be sharing with us his know-how in the panel on intelligent integration. So I'd like to thank our participants here today. Today, We will also count on the Portuguese government with the Secretary of State for Mobility, who will give us the honor of closing the session. And now we will begin our agenda. Thank you very much, and I'll see you soon.
If the path you choose seems too difficult, unimaginable, or impossible, keep going. Doing just the right thing in life will not fuel change. So drive far beyond your comfort zone. Go further than what's expected. Don't just push boundaries. Leave them behind. Dare to do what others don't. When you disrupt convention with fiery passion. When shattering the status quo becomes an obsession. When you reach for the bravest, impossible things. That's when you outdo everyone else. That's how you create the extraordinary. That's how you and the world move beyond.
So we are back to the studio. Hello, Antonio Melica. Thank you very much for your introduction. Seeing that Antonio isn't in any of the discussion panels that will begin shortly, we would like to use this small break until the first panel begins to ask a few questions that have been arriving via our internet platform. So please just give me the questions on the screen so I can ask Antonio. And until they show up, Antonio, we speak a lot about this new V2G technology. When will we have batteries to harness the energy at home where they both fuel each other, home and car? Will that take many years to come? I hope not. In other countries, this technology is being more used. We will be talking about that. That's why we have our colleagues from Nissan UK here today. And in Germany also, this technology is much more advanced. Here in Portugal, what we hope, or what we are waiting for, is for this to be regulated, for it to be established in legislation, because we have many opportunities here. In terms of benefits for the consumers, there are huge benefits. We're talking about the possibility of those who have an EV to have an additional revenue by selling power harnessed in their car's batteries in the leaf, so they can sell it back to the grid. And that will have a very important benefit in terms of the ecosystem, because there is the possibility of having a balance between supply and demand for power. Generally, we charge our car overnight. Then we use it during the day to move, to be out and about. And the power that isn't used during the day can be returned to the system when you go home. So, for example, in the afternoon. And refuel the system when there is more demand for power. So we hope that this will be a reality in Portugal quickly and isn't just in other European countries. Exactly. We are taking part in pilot schemes to show the benefits, and we'll be talking about that today, to help the government define the standards that will regulate this technology. Antonio, we have more questions here from our platform. The first one is, how do you intend to achieve carbon neutrality? Is it just products or in the factories also? No, in our factories also, the whole production cycle will be zero emissions. That is the goal that we announced a few months back for 2050, where all the operations and the product's life cycle will be carbon neutral. Well, thank you, Antonio. We will speak to you again at the end of this forum. For now,